A lot of us get very confused when we talk about the mass and weight. What's the difference between these two terms? Are they kind of similar or not? We will see the difference between the mass and weight and some misconceptions about these two terms in this video. So first of all, let's start with the mass. Mass is the measure of the amount of the matter in the object and it is measured in kilograms. The mass of the body doesn't vary depending on its position or location. An object of 10 kg will remain 10 kg even if we take that object on the moon or any other planet, because the mass just tells about the amount. The weight, on the other hand, is the amount of the force by which it gets pulled towards the center of the earth, and the weight is measured in newtons. Right? So the mass is the amount of the matter and the weight is the force. But how do we know that the weight is a force? Consider this following example. Just stand up on any weighing scale and hold any nearby object such as a door and pull yourself harder on the scale, and you will see magically your weight has increased. But obviously your weight has not increased. Logically, what has increased is the amount of the force which you are applying on that scale. So it must be very obvious by now that the weight is nothing but the force. And it's very easy to calculate your weight. Just multiply your mass with 9.8 and you will get the weight. But what is 9.8 here? It's acceleration due to gravity on the earth. So if your mass is 60 kgs, you will weigh 588 newtons on the earth. And on the moon, since your mass won't change there, but since the acceleration of the gravity is almost 1/6 than that on the earth, so you will weigh about 97 newtons. I hope the difference between the mass and the weight must be very clear now. And since you have understood the differences between the mass and weight, you won't believe in this now. A better way to rephrase this is another thing which I want to talk about is a common misconception about the weight. Ask anyone how much do they weigh, and most probably they will tell you they weight in the kgs, considering that they don't use the imperial system. But in the kilograms, that's not their weight, that's their mass. They're telling their mass, that's not their weight. Right? So another question arises, what do the weighing scales actually measure? Weight or mass? That's rather interesting question. Actually, the weighing scales measure the weight and then they divide it by 9.8 to get your mass. They are just calibrated to work in that way. So whenever someone say that they weigh 90 kilograms, they weigh 80 kilograms, that's their mass. That's not their weight. In the imperial system, they use the unit pound for both weight and the force, and that's very good unit actually, because the weight and the force are basically kind of same thing. It must be very obvious to use the same units for both of these terms. If you have any suggestion or doubt related to this video, leave a comment. And if you would like to see more awesome videos in the future as well, like this video and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.